Yo, what's up, guys? So, I've been reading my DMs on Twitter as usual, and I've seen some people ask me, how do I predict where my opponent is going to go next, and how do I either pressure them correctly and wait for them to make a mistake, or I make a pre-box and they accidentally walk into it. So, I'm going to show you guys how to read your opponents in Fortnite. But first, like always, I love helping you guys get better. And if you want to DM me or just give me a suggestion for a video, my Twitter is SlightFN, and all my other socials are in the description, but I'm really most active on Twitter, so go follow that. And if you're new, I'm quick because I have some bangers on my channel and I'll always keep you entertained. Alright, now after you've done all of that, I want to talk about the first thing you have to do in every single fight, which is to watch your opponent. Yeah, it sounds really simple, but keeping up with somebody moving is really important to everything I'm about to explain. I'll say it more throughout the tutorial, but I just wanted to emphasize it because it is key to everything I'm talking about. Okay, so when I go for piece control and reading somebody's next move, I always think of the next obvious, what you would do in this situation to kind of give you some info. Fortnite is kind of like checkers. When you're fighting, you make your move and then think about the outcome and your opponent's counter to that. One great example of reading people is pre-firing. If you're dropping down for a wall, you can safely time a pre-fire if you see them run towards pre-fires, but I can't say I go for them as much as I should because it's all about perfect timing. The best way to pre-fire is to see when your opponent is standing still, and if he moves towards you at all, literally just shoot and then get out the way. Never get too close to an enemy's wall when you're going for pre-fires because you could miss and then get coned, and it's really not worth getting clipped going for a pre-fire. Alright, now before I talk about pre-boxing, it's really important to practice pre-boxing. So go into your creative island and start practicing both ways, right and left. Pre-boxing to the right is really easy because you have further placing distance on your walls, and you can place them. You have to place the cone first, then drift to the left and then paint build the front wall, edit it, place a cone, and then the back walls. Speed is the most immobilizes it, or you take too long, he'll just hit you before you trade a shot on him. One thing to improve speed if you can't edit fast enough right now is to just make the box through a window and then go for a shot and then reset the window really quickly. But once you got the hang of pre-boxing and doing it quickly, it'll just become muscle memory and you can just do it without even thinking. So make sure you go into creative and practice that. Okay, so finally, I'm going to show you guys exactly when I go for pre-boxes, and it's really easy. You just have to watch your opponent, like I said before, and see his positioning. When you are box fighting somebody, it's kind of rare that they'll be perfectly centered in the box after you grab the wall from them. They'll either be towards the left side or the right side of the wall, or they'll instantly run to one side of the wall once you start pressuring them. If you're not sure where they're going to rebox, you can literally just watch them and then see them through their builds. And then I'm telling you guys, watching body language and noticing the closest path your opponent has to take can give you so much info, and you can instantly cut off your opponent's path, forcing him to challenge you. Well, I think that's it, guys. You have more stuff to practice, so get to it, and then make sure you DM me on Twitter or comment down below to give me ideas for the next tutorial. Remember, guys, I have a whole lot of tutorial videos on the channel, so if I helped you in this, please make sure to sub and go watch some other videos. I have a whole lot of content right now, so you'll always be entertained. And if you can, please use my creator code SLIGHT2K in the item shop to support me. Thanks, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.